Namaskaram. Welcome back. In this video, we shall be talking about Chandas as an important aspect of Vedanga. In fact, after Shiksha and Vyakarana, it is Chandas that is very important because Chandas literally means the study of prosody or the technicalities of poetry in terms of rhyme, in terms of rhythm, and so on. Vedic literature essentially being written in poetry, Chandas becomes a major part of it to understand and analyze the Vedic literature. Chandas, one of the Vedangas, is dedicated to the study of poetic meter, rhythm, and prosody, particularly within the Vedic corpus. The term Chandas derives from the Sanskrit root Chanda, which means to shine or to delight, reflecting its focus on the aesthetic and rhythmic qualities of Vedic poetry. In this context, Chandas pertains to the systematic analysis and understanding of linguistic rhythm, metrical patterns, and prosodic elements in Vedic verses. It delves into the structural and rhythmic dimensions of Vedic texts, examining the arrangement of syllables, patterns of stress or accentuation, and the overall rhythmic flow of Vedic hymns. This study encompasses various poetic meters. These poetic meters are called as Chandas, such as Gayatri, Anustumb, Tristubh, Jagati, among others, each defined by unique syllabic patterns, beats, and accentual arrangements. The discipline also addresses the rules for constructing and composing Vedic poetry, including the use of rhyme, alliteration, and other stylistic elements. Say, for example, Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. The typical Gayatri mantra is to be recited in that way, and how is it to be recited is been explained through these Vedic Chandas. This is from the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, Shlok 1. Vishvam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krut Bhuta Budbhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. After these 32 letters, the end of Chandas is indicated by double lines. The single line is half division and double lines is the full division of the meter. And then this will be followed by the other letters, 32 letters, and so on. The principles of Chandas are elaborated in ancient treatises collectively, which is known as Chandasa Shastra. Among the most prominent texts of the Chandas Shastra attributed to Pingala and the Vritta Ratnakara by Kedara Bhatta. These works provide comprehensive guidelines on number 1, syllable classification, which is the differentiation between short, laghu and long guru syllables. The laghu syllables are to be pronounced for 1 clap, and the guru syllables, which are the long syllables, are to be pronounced for 2 claps. In fact, in Sanskrit, we also have the plutam with 3 claps, which are very common in Vedic texts and Vedic poetry. Number 2, they also talk about the metrical feet or the pada. The arrangement of syllables into the metrical units is called as the pada. And number 3, meter classification. This talks about the categorizing meters that are based upon syllabic number and arrangement. These texts form the backbones for Chandas, both the text that is given by Pingala and also Kedara Bhatta. These offer detailed methodologies for measuring and analyzing the metrical structures of Vedic verses. Chandas employs specific analytical techniques to dissect the poetic meter and prosody of Vedic literature. It explores the rhythmic patterns intrinsic to the Vedic hymns and provides a framework for understanding the poetic architecture that underpins the Vedic recitation. It also is the analysis, and this analysis is crucial for appreciating the intricate patterns and the rhythmic elegance of Vedic verses, enhancing their literary and spiritual resonance. The study of Chandas plays a very vital role in the aesthetic and artistic appreciation and expression of Vedic poetry. By mastering Chandas, scholars and poets gain a deeper appreciation for the rhythmic beauty and structural intricacies of Vedic hymns, thus enriching their understanding of the literary artistry and spiritual depth encapsulated in the Vedas. The rhythmic and metrical patterns analyzed through Chandas contribute significantly to the overall aesthetic and spiritual importance and impact of Vedic chanting, thus reinforcing the sanctity and vibrancy of Vedic recitation. Talking about the contemporary relevance, though rooted in ancient India, the principles and techniques of Chandas remain irrelevant in modern studies of Sanskrit literature and also the classical Indian aesthetics. Scholars continue to engage with Chandas to explore the melodic and rhythmic dimensions of Vedic hymns, offering insights into the poetic sophistication and cultural heritage that is preserved in the Vedas. In fact, Chandas also plays a very important role in analyzing the modern Indian languages and its poetry. So, Chandas is the Vedanga that is concerned with the study of poetic meter and prosody in Vedic literature and also in the modern Indian literatures. It provides essential analytical tools for understanding and appreciating the rhythmic structure and the structural nuances of Vedic poetry, thus contributing to a richer comprehension of the spiritual and cultural legacy embodied in the Vedic tradition, as you could see in this picture. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Namaskaram.